but solidarity is our most powerful weapon against the capitalist elite and their political apologists across the way, who try to divide us, who argue in the name of austerity that we should pay a crisis that their economic system has caused. When the financial system came close to meltdown in 2008, when the banks were rescued by £800 billion in one day, that we later find was our money that creates a deficit that becomes the pretext for the biggest attack on rights and the social gains won by workers in the post-war years. Since the crash, we've seen a massive transfer of wealth to the super rich. The richest 1,000 people in Britain today have seen their wealth increase since the crash by a massive 180 billion, which is enough to pay off the entire UK budget deficit, and they'd still pocket 40 billion. 125 billion pounds a year is lost to the public purse as a result of uncollected tax and tax avoidance and tax evasion of the FTSE companies and the super rich in Britain today. Before you even look at the obscene profits of the energy companies at a time of rising fuel poverty, part of our fight against austerity has got to be to expose the lie that in the 7th richest economy on the planet, we cannot afford an NHS, decent public services, care for the elderly and a future for the young. So I just want to finish in exposing the lie that cuts are necessary. We've also got to expose the lie that cuts are inevitable. PCS will continue its fight to defend its members and to defend union rights. We've got to support the public sector strike on the 10th of July and join with 1.5 million public sector workers against austerity. It's a chance to build the power of trade unionism, to reach out to the millions of super exploited workers, the chance for work for unions with industrial action at the heart of our campaign, to build and support with anti-cuts campaigners in every community, for protests and civil disobedience against evictions around the bedroom tax, to fight benefit cuts and the ruthless attacks on the disabled, for climate jobs and civil disobedience against fracking by the energy companies. It's a chance to challenge the defeatism and fatalism that's afflicted popular struggle in Britain for too long now, and in the process, through this fight back, to build up the confidence and to show in practice that another world really is possible. Thanks for listening, comrades.